Muskegon Channel. It's Andy O'Reilly, and I get the dubious honor of doing the exit interview with the one and only John Vanbiesbrouck from the Muskegon Lumberjacks. John, how long have you been here?
Was going to be my sixth season.
Sixth season.
Five seasons.
Five seasons. John is the general manager and basically the motor of the thing. I mean, we've gone through some big changes. We've seen some changes in the USHL, and we've seen some, well, I mean, in hockey in Muskegon over the last few years. And I was actually asked by some of the fans, can you get John Vanbiesbrouck in to say a few words about hockey in Muskegon, all that kind of stuff. But I want to go back a little bit further. I want to talk about you when you were in juniors hockey. Let's go back a little bit in your history and talk about juniors hockey and how important it was to your career.
Well, junior hockey is vital towards starting a career.
Yeah.
This is the beginning, the proving ground that you could actually play. And it's also a weeding out process of guys that we think can play and then go to school or become minor hockey players and then become NHL players.
Right.
And it's a big process, but there's a lot of players in the pool. And my experience with it is I had to go to Canada play because there wasn't this level of junior hockey in the United States. And here we are 3 decades later, and we got the top tier right here in Muskegon.
It's a big deal.
And it's a big deal. It flies the big flag in the state of Michigan. There are no other teams other than the national program who we play against all the time. And, on that national team guys have come through here like Eichel and Matthews and Dylan Larkin.
Right.
3 years ago, Dylan Larkin was playing here at LC Walker.
It's pretty crazy stuff. Yeah. So as you've gone through your career, I mean, a Hall of Fame goalie, you've never really walked around going, yes, look at me, I'm a Hall of Fame goalie or any of that kind of stuff. When did you start to transition into the mentor role and the teacher role and the role that you've got now?
Well, I mean, that's been a long time coming. I mean, I didn't really know that I was fit for this role. Tried coaching early on, realized I wasn't a coach.
Right.
Got into this because of a love for the game.
Right.
And realizing that I need it more than it needs me, and then learning. And this is a learning ground for management people too. And so it was good to have to figure stuff out and really not have to pay that big of a consequence, where we're losing games. You got to think about coaches. You got to think about what to do next, and put your finger on the trigger every day. This is a less than trigger finger job. We develop players here. We can do it over a long period of time, and most of all, it works out.
Yeah.
And when you're working inside the game, it also teaches you how to work with people, and that's the lifeblood of the game.
Sure.
This is a people business. Getting to know the fans in Muskegon has been a people business. Getting to know what makes things work, what's appealing. We do a lot of things, Andy, because you're part of the whole program that, we want to entertain people here as well.
Yeah. Now to the Muskegon question. Talk about your time in Muskegon. When you first got here, what did you find? And as time has gone on, what have you seen change in your 5 years?
Well, when I first got to Muskegon, I mean, there was a lot of pieces to pick up.
Yeah.
We had an ownership change. That's why I came in. We have since had an another change. So I've had 2 owners in 5 years. That seems like a lot.
You're telling me.
I know.
I've been through one or two myself.
And the people know that as well.
Yeah.
And that kind of hits a little sensitivity. But for me, it's been nothing but positive. First of all, from a family standpoint, this is a great place to have a family.
Yeah.
And we have 4 boys, Roz and myself, and my wife just absolutely loves it.
Yep.
And my boys love it.
You got one that just plunked down an insurance agency.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be around for a while.
Yeah, I got to give him a plug.
Right.
Ben.
Yep.
Ben Vanbiesbrouck, State Farm, guardthemitten.com.
Sure.
But when that dynamic is pretty set and solid, it makes the world go around a lot easier. But Muskegon has been very welcoming. And you know what? I got big shoulders. I mean, I've been booed by some pretty big crowds.
Sure.
Like Madison Square Garden.
Right. The biggest.
And I was on that team. So,
right.
But the thing is that for Muskegon and the Lumberjacks, I mean, I love our community work.
Yeah.
I love the way that people make us feel like we matter.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that we know that they matter. So it's a good relationship that way. And you know, here at LC Walker Arena, we see, during my tenure, I've seen a ton of changes going on.
Sure.
I mean, the town of Muskegon is starting to buzz again, and with all the great restaurants downtown, the downtown area is a destination now, I believe, and more is to come.
Yeah. On to the next thing, USA Hockey.
Yes.
Talk about this. This is a big step, and it's a big role for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it a goal? Was it ever a goal?
Well, I can't say that it was a goal, because how this happened came out of a bad circumstance, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Johansson passed just before the Olympics, and you know, it was such a sad loss at a really, you know, it's never a good time, but right before the Olympics, he put together all the teams, women's, men's, and 2 weeks before.
Unbelievable.
You know, like, it's just, I mean, it should make everybody want to go out there and have a health exam.
Right.
You know, no pun intended.
Sure.
It really is that centerpiece of a thing. But I have been a volunteer, you know, for a decade, and you know, I've really learned a lot through volunteerism. And you know, people criticize USA Hockey and say, oh, you know, I mean, they got to make all these changes and do this and that. And man, we get in there and we spend a lot of time trying to make and grow the game and make it better for young kids, to get more kids involved. I mean, our 8U numbers inside USA Hockey, I'm very proud of, and they're growing substantially. That's the next set of hockey fans. You know, that's the next set of fans that are going to be Detroit Red Wing fans.
Right.
That's the next set of fans that are going to play the game and fill LC Walker Arena,
right,
and make the Muskegon Lumberjacks a better organization. So there's a lot at stake in what we do here. Yeah. And I'm just happy to have the opportunity to be involved. Wearing a pretty big hat now. Yep. So where big hats come big hairdos.
Yeah, they do. Big responsibilities, too.
Big responsibilities. So, you know, I'm going to be in charge of the Olympic program.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, the men's national program.
Is it intimidating, or is it?
No, that's not intimidating. Not in the least.
No.
No, because I know all the people.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of been, all of my colleagues are in the business. The things that do get, you know, get your knickers in a knot a little bit are all the logistics. You know? How are we going to get to Russia? Right. How are we going to get people in and out of different places? And you're thinking about the players, you're thinking about treating people well. Yeah. And not only that, you know, probably the biggest thing, and this is a big impact thing, is be representing our country. Right. You know, and that's a big honor. Yeah. Big honor.
Big honor. Still going to show up on TV from time to time?
I will show up.
Yeah.
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 Every once in a while.
Do you have a deal in place? How does that work? No. I know you do. I know you do a game or two once in a while.
No. You know, I'm going to be probably that guy that just shows up and does the interview kind of thing, right, more or less. But I love hockey on TV. I love the color job that I did for 6 years, and that's kind of what got me involved. I mean, I got an analyzing mind. Yep. That's what happens when you become a goalie. You become an analyzer, you know. Sure. And so that's kind of where my sweet spot is I love to break it down, along with building teams. Right. You know, Muskegon has played a big role in my life in that way, and allowed me to build some teams here, and it prepared me for my next journey.
Yeah, well, we wish you the best. I think Muskegon, you know, as I said, some fans are like, can you just grab him before he goes and get a couple of words from John? I think you're going to be missed. I think that you'll be welcome back anytime you want to pop in and say hi. I think you'll be welcome with open arms, and I think what you've helped us grow here in Muskegon has been remarkable. And, you know, for somebody that's been at it, this was 17 years for me this year here to watch it go up and down, and through the ownership changes and everything like that. You've really helped us get it back on the right track. Yeah. And we're appreciative.
You know, I've been in the game my whole life. Yeah. And, you know, this is my 4th decade. Yeah. You know, so I've, you know, hopefully I can apply some of that wisdom and, you know, take that really heart of Muskegon and show it to the rest of the world.
Show that blue collar heart of Muskegon with the rest of the world.
Just roll up your sleeves and get her done. You know?
Glad we rubbed off on you, man. John Vanbiesbrouck, watch for him in USA Hockey and on his way to the Olympics and all that good stuff. Your time in Muskegon's been well spent, John. Thank you for your friendship.
Thank you.
I wish you the best on your future endeavors, and we always welcome you back here to Muskegon.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the fall from Muskegon Lumberjacks Hockey right back here at the LC Walker Arena.